Hey guys, I'm going to show you how you can mount two phones on a Dreamgrip Evolution Pro. Welcome back. I am Dr. A.K. Venkatachalam, an orthopedic surgeon in Chennai, India. Why would one like to mount two phones on the Dreamgrip Evolution Pro? Well, the Dreamgrip Evolution Pro is designed to hold two phones as two mounts are provided. Conventionally, one would mount one phone in between the two rails by a thumb screw attached to the bottom rail. The second phone would be mounted on top of the upper rail to serve as a monitor to the first and is dependent on the first and is acting as a passive monitor. During outdoor videography, usually one would be using the rear camera of the phone to record, and the face of the camera would be facing us. The knob of the optics module would encroach over the left side of the phone, and this is where the controls of the video apps like Filmic Pro, Native Camera live. One may find it difficult to make fine adjustments to the parameters, and this is where the second camera mounted on the top allows free access. Access to the monitor will be unhindered, and if the two phones are mirrored, whatever one controls on the top phone will be reflected in the second phone. Another application of two cameras is could set up the zoom differently in the two phones. Normally one need to scale up and scale down while editing, but by this method it is achieved during production itself. So the two cameras would give different perspectives. One could mount them in between the two rails, but that would be very narrow, but it is better mounted on the top of the upper rail here, and here this is where the cameras would be mounted like this. Here, for this setup for two cameras, one is obviously doing away with the optics module, and as I've seen here, as I've shown you, I've removed the optics module because you're not going to use the lenses and various filters. If you want, you can use it over here. Another application would be while recording interviews with patients. I record interview with patients while they are seated across the table. So the camera would focus on me asking the question. One camera would focus on me asking the questions, and another would simultaneously record the expression and responses of the patient. This would be a double take and is available with Filmic Pro app for iPhone, but it's not available on Android devices. An extension of the same above idea would be during journalistic reporting from the scene of action. One wouldn't need to ask a cameraman to pan or zoom to the scene of interest. One needs to just point the recording camera at the scene and speak as the second one will record the video of the journalist. One can even have two or more cameras and even up to four. These could extend outwards in a sideways direction and give an extended reach sideways. It would give a 180-degree perspective of what is happening. One would need longer thumb screws to fix two phones to the upper rail. One would need a longer thumb screw. There's only one provided, and that would go for this one. So I've used a separate thumb screw over here to mount this phone clamp. Another application would be for addressing a larger audience. Say if you want to give the impression that you're addressing a larger audience rather than speaking or making eye contact with a small limited audience by looking at the camera straight. So imagine that you have a scenario where you have people to this side and to this side. So by having two cameras angulated towards you and having the same script running on both at the same pace, controlled by your voice in an app called PromptSmart Pro teleprompter app, the script will scroll equally and simultaneously in both the cameras. They won't lag behind each other, and so one can be pretty sure that one is speaking the same thing. This is what you would see when you watch speeches of leaders addressing larger audiences. They have two presidential teleprompters, and you can achieve the same presidential teleprompter effect with these two cameras mounted on the top of the Dreamgrip Pro Evolution ring. I hope this video was of some interest, and if you found it to be so, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel Madras Joint Replacement Center MJRC. Like and share. Click on the bell icon after subscribing to receive notifications when new videos are uploaded. Cheers!